First, I'd like to emphasize that one of the basic obligations of a shareholder is to know when its company is going to conduct a shareholders meeting, either the regular or the special. Because it is at that point in time that a shareholder is given the legal right to raise questions to the board and to the management.
Good day. So you've been informed of an upcoming annual shareholders meeting. Are you going? Do you know what attending the meeting entails? Do you know what to do to prepare for the meeting? Well, this video is exactly what you need to answer these questions. Now, what is an annual shareholders meeting? A shareholders meeting is where many events take place. It is an opportunity for shareholders to meet and vote on certain matters regarding the company, as well as the chairman of the board reporting on the responsibilities and accountabilities of the board of directors. But before going to the annual shareholders meeting, you first should prepare for it. So how does one prepare for a shareholders meeting? The procedure for a company's annual general and special shareholders meeting is stated in their bylaws. A good source of information about the company is the company's website. Another source is PSE Edge. If you can't find the documents you need in the company website or PSE Edge, you may request from the company's investor relations office if they have one. A notice of an upcoming annual shareholders meeting, or ASM, is normally sent to the shareholder at least 2 weeks before the meeting, or whatever date is indicated in the company's bylaws. The notice of a meeting will normally contain, among others, the meeting agenda, the date and time, and venue of the meeting. More importantly, the following documents will come with a notice. This may be saved in a CD or a USB thumb drive. These documents will be crucial for your preparation for the ASM. Let's go through them individually. The annual report is a compiled document prepared by the board of directors for its shareholders.
I think the annual report is really the translation into numbers of what the company has done over the past many years. It should be viewed not as a standalone, but if you really want to know how the company is doing, you have to look at the annual report as a time series. First, you will see if the numbers are improving or not. But you need to have some little basic knowledge of accounting. The annual report tells you a lot of things. For example, is the company growing in terms of its business? Profitable over the long term? Is the income predictable? Is it cyclical, seasonal? It tells you a lot of things. But quite apart from the numbers, I think you ought to look at the notes because it explains a lot of things that the numbers do not tell you about. Look at the auditor's opinion, the supplementary schedules, and you have to look at it from its totality, and then look at the trend, look at the ratios, and I guess it will tell you enough of the past, not necessarily of the future.
As a reasonable shareholder, you must be able to read and understand what critical values in the statement mean and analyze the company's financial ratios. This will help you actively participate if you're mainly concerned in knowing the figures that may signal red flags. The minutes of the previous ASM must be read before the upcoming meeting because you will no longer have time to read it once you're there. The minutes can be used to see if there are topics that haven't been covered and you wish to address them in the upcoming meeting. Also, if there was a certain resolution in the minutes that you find questionable, you can bring it up as a topic or concern at the ASM. These two lists should be read carefully, and if your notice did not come with these lists, you should request for it from the company. If there are any acts that you think will affect your investment in the company, you should raise your concern with the Investor Relations Office even before attending the ASM. It is good to have a positive relationship with the Investor Relations Office of the company. As a responsible shareholder, it is your duty to attend the annual shareholders meeting. However, if circumstances will not allow you to attend, you can assign a representative to attend the ASM for you.
Ito na yung notice of shareholders meeting. We have to attend this. This is for May 31, 10 a.m. Check your schedule. Pwede ka?
No, I don't think I can go.
This is important.
May pwede bang ibang date?
No, they only do this once a year. So, what do you think?
How about if you go from,
You mean proxy?
yeah, proxy?
Yeah, I can proxy for you. But we have to plan this together, no? We have to prepare. Tingnan natin yung mga documents mamaya.
Fill out the proxy form given with the notice and indicate the name of the representative. The proxy form given to you already has the list of items that will be voted upon during the meeting. You can already signify your votes on the proxy form. For your proxy to be considered valid, it should be submitted to the company's corporate secretary or before the deadline indicated on the form. Now lastly, the final form that we need to discuss is the SEC Form 20-IS, or the Definitive Information Statement. This is a form that details certain information about the company as stipulated in Rule 20 of the Securities Regulation Code. This document provides general information about the company that you, as a shareholder, can refer to when needed. It also contains ownership of shares and beneficial owners, directors and executive officers, compensation plans, management reports, audited financial statements, and more.
First, we should explain what red flags mean. In business, when you say red flags, those are information that come to your knowledge which should result in alarm bells, things that you could worry about. Those are the red flags. As a shareholder, what are the things that will make me worried if certain things happen in the company? And these are examples that I would put in. If there is a decreasing revenue from year to year, a decrease in profitability from year to year, if there are unusual increases in borrowings, if there are sudden variations in stock prices, if there are unusual increases in accounts receivable, if there is a failure to meet obligations to suppliers, a default in a maturing loan, if there is labor unrest or a labor strike in the company, if there is a partial closure of operations and unusual employee layoff, if there is a suspension of dividend payments, if there is an unusually large capital expenditure, particularly if the expenditures have not been previously announced to shareholders, if there are natural calamities that may affect the operation or profitability of the company, if there are unusually large tax cases brought against it by the Bureau of Internal Revenue, also if the company is being a takeover target by another company. What should I do about these red flags? Well, I can use these red flags as a basis for my decision to stay invested in this company. As a shareholder, I am a minority shareholder anyway. There's nothing much I can do to influence the course of the company's operations, but I can use this information for me to decide whether I should sell now, hold on to my shareholdings, or probably sell partially my shareholdings now and sell the others later. Those are the things. Now, are there other things I can do? I think so. I can bring my concerns to the company by attending shareholders briefings that the company holds. Then I can ask relevant questions so that my concerns will be addressed. Or I can write to the investor relations department of the company to air my concerns. Those are the things that I can do.